Hi everyone. Today video is on running PostgreSQL using the Docker image. Okay, so PostgreSQL is a relational database which is open source. So in this video we will understand how to run the Docker image of the PostgreSQL, and also we will interact with the Docker running container. Okay, so before going to any further, I want to mention that the session that I am going to discuss here, I have already made as a blog. So if you want to check the blog, the link will be available under the video in the description. Okay, you can check over there. So first thing is, if you are totally new to the Docker, it is fairly simple. Just go to the Docker website, official website, and search for installation. So there you can find the Docker desktop installations. Here you can observe based on your operating system, you can select our Docker installer. Okay. Once you click on here based on your operating system, software will be downloaded onto your system. So once it is downloaded, please make sure to install it. Okay. After installing, you can see the Docker desktop application like this. So whenever you want to work with Docker in your local, please make sure to first open this Docker application, because it should, when it is running, then only Docker will be in activate state in our local application. Okay, so if you are working with any kind of application that related to Docker container or image, first you need to run this or open this into your system. Okay, so next thing is let's go to our main concept, like running the PostgreSQL. So let me search for the Docker PostgreSQL image. So you can see the URL here, hub.docker.com. So this hub is nothing but a repository where it contains all different kinds of application images. Okay, so here you can see this is a Postgres image. Okay, like this you can find any kind of application like MS SQL or MySQL or Redis cache. All kind of uh, repositories are available in the hubdocker.com. Okay, so for the developers who are new to learn and eager to learn new things, it is very easy learning with Docker, because we no need to install the external softwares or physical softwares which may contains or which may take large amount of data space. So to avoid those kind of installations of softwares, it is very better and it is very quick for a developers to learn easily using the Docker. Okay, so here is the command docker pull postgres. So if we run this command into our system, Postgres Docker image will be downloaded into our system. So copy this command, simply open the command prompt. Okay, so you can run here. Like, so I am going to paste here. Okay, it is started downloading. You can see it is pulling from the server, and very fast also. You can see it is downloaded only essential files uh, one by one. See, Postgres has successfully downloaded into my system, right? Now what we have downloaded, we downloaded the Docker image of the image. Please uh, listen this word carefully, image. So we have downloaded the image of the Docker, a PostgreSQL into our system. Now to run this or to use this PostgreSQL, we need to run. So a image that is running can be called as container. Okay. In Docker terminology, it will be called as a container. A image that is running, that space or that area, the terminology is called as container. So now what I have to do, I need to run a container for this Postgres Docker image. Okay, so for that I have a command. So let me paste it here. So you can see, right, command here. Docker is nothing but specify the Docker command. Okay, run means we want to run this command. Hyphen name specifies uh, we need to we are going to give a name to our container. So here my Postgres is name to my container. So hyphen e means some environmental variable, something like this is Postgres image, right? So for Postgres have the environment variable like password for the this Postgres SQL. Okay, and P means hyphen P flag represents porting the Docker port. Okay, by default, Docker port runs under 45432. Okay, so to X, so something like if I run this Docker instance my locally and I have some server application, and if I want to consume Postgres SQL, I need to have a port number for that. So for that we need to export the port number. Okay, so if you observe here, right hand side is Docker running inside of the Docker environment, our Postgres running port number. Our left hand side means we mapping out means uh, from the Postgres environment to our local system environment we are mapping. So I'm using same port number. If you want, you can specify different port number at the left hand side, because right hand side is default port number of the Postgres. Okay, right hand side. So if you want to change, you can change the left hand side any port number. The same port number also uh, it will use. It can use. Okay, so that is the use of port. And hyphen D means detached mode. What detached mode we are running? Postgres image we want to run. Detached mode means if I after executing this command, if I close this command terminal also, our Docker still runs. Okay, in background. In background, if it is running, that is because of this detached flag. Okay, so let's run my Docker image. So if you get like this, mean this is the ID representation for our container. Okay, here what is our container? My Postgres SQL, right? So now I am successfully able to running my Postgres SQL Docker container. Okay, now I want to interact with the my Postgres SQL. For that, you can, if you want, you can write commands here as well. But what I will do, I will open a new command prompt. Okay. So to interact with Docker instance or a Docker container, the command is like the uh, so this is the command to enable the interactivity terminal with the Postgres SQL Docker container. So if you observe the command docker exe hyphen it, okay, this represents this executes to enable the interactivity command line interface. Okay, so for what this interactive command should be open. This should be open for my Postgres container. So this is my container name. If you want, you can check here. Container name I have given, right, for my Postgres Docker image. So this container name I want to open interactive terminal, and PSSQL that defines what kind of that interactive terminal about. That is about Postgres SQL command line interface. Okay, and hyphen Postgres means username. The default name you can use is Postgres. Okay, so I am executing this command. See, my interactive command is successfully enabled. You can see Postgres, some kind of Postgres representation here. So here we can give our command. So let's check a few PostgreSQL commands. Okay. So first thing is I want to create the database. For that, I can use command like create database and my old DB. Actually, it will take a small case only. If you give capital case also, it will create with small case. So let me, and every time the command should be end with semicolon. Then only PostgreSQL command executes here. If not, it won't execute. Okay. So let me create the database. So it's showing create database successful. Some message create database. That means database is created successfully. So to check the databases, you can use command like // and L. See here the list of databases. If you observe, these are default tables, I believe. And here you can check first one, my old database. So that represents my database is successfully created. Okay. Now let me create a small table. Create table. Okay. I want to create a student. If I am giving caps also, it will take small only. Create again. Create table student and open brace. So my statement I want to execute in multiple lines. So what I can do, I can hold shift and enter. See, you can see here brace open means means it is continuing. So you can here I can specify ID and type int, and it should be primary and primary key and not null. Okay, comma. I want another column like name. I will give text. This is the PostgreSQL type. Text means and it can be nullable. Okay, so that's it. I wanted a simple table. Okay, I need to end my statement with semicolon. Let's execute the command. The create table came means table is created. So to check the tables, there is a command like /t. Okay, see, you can observe my table is created. Now I want to insert a record into it. So let me insert a record. Insert into student ID comma name values one. I will give my name, and the string should be in single quotes only and ends with semicolon. So you can see one record is affected. So let query my record. So it is simple querying select star from student table. See, one record is coming. Okay, so like this we can easily learn the PostgreSQL. If the beginners also, it is easy because here I didn't install any physical PostgreSQL Management Studio or external software. I have simply used the Docker image in my local system, and I ran a container for it, so that using the terminal, I am simply created a small DB and table, and also insert a record, and finally I have fetched the data. So this is how we can use uh, PostgreSQL Docker image. So I hope this video has delivered some useful information on this PostgreSQL Docker image. If you like my video, please do subscribe to my channel. Soon we will meet you again with the new videos. Until then, signing off.